Hi class, my name is Brenda Camposano. Today, my team and I will be doing our presentation over the coronavirus's impact on Disney parks. We'll cover global park closures, as well as how each individual market has been impacted, the financial losses expected by the company, and the current customer support offered during this time. The coronavirus outbreak began in mainland China. In response, Disney closed the Shanghai Resort and Hong Kong Disneyland at the end of January. As the virus continued to spread to Europe, Disneyland Paris closed on February 16th. Back in Asia, the Tokyo Resort remained open. However, they closed at the end of February. In America, despite increased sanitation efforts, Disneyland in California and Walt Disney World in Florida closed mid-March. This became the first time in history that all Disney theme parks were closed during the same time. The first quarter report showed continuing growth for the Asian market. The coronavirus outbreak is detrimental to the company. In Hong Kong, it was seeing low park attendance at the end of 2019 due to the Mulan live-action remake. The company was looking forward to the Chinese Lunar New Year, as Disney Asian parks typically see an increase in attendance during this holiday, because many Chinese residents enjoy a few days off. In Tokyo, 2 new park attractions have been postponed to May. As of today, the Shanghai Resort is partially open. However, the main theme park remains closed.
Thank you, Brenda. I'd like to mention the Disney parks in the U.S., beginning with Disneyland in Anaheim, California. It opened its doors in 1955 under Walt Disney himself. After enduring a rough opening, many snafus, as well as many things breaking and going wrong, about 19 million people come and visit the iconic theme park every year. It is the foundation and template that inspires other Disney parks that come after it. It has withstood many trials from the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement of the 1960s, AIDS, many economic downturns, 2008 for an example, and even Walt Disney's death. It has adapted with the times and has proven itself very durable. It has closed its stores and operations on March 14, 2020, according to the map. Then we have Disney World in Orlando, Florida. It is deemed the happiest place on earth according to its enthusiasts and fans. It is the most visited theme park with roughly 93 million people coming through its gates. It's much bigger than Disneyland in capacity and people coming in. It has since closed stores on March 16, 2020 in response to the COVID-19 epidemic, leaving only its Disney hotels open until further notice is given. I'd like to make a notice here at the before and after picture, a day it makes. The before picture shows what an usual day with lots of people out and about looks like. In the after picture on March 16th after it closes, it's a ghost town in comparison, except for essential personnel, until they are sent home. The most visited theme park wouldn't just close its door like that unless a true emergency is had. That's my take on the Disney parks in the US. Thank you all. I now pass it on to Oswaldo.
Now, moving on to Disney in Europe. Now, Disney is the most visited location in Paris, France, with just over 50,000 guests visiting daily. Now, that gradually decreased with the introduction of the coronavirus to the country. At the time, there was just over 1,000 cases, which was a great concern, but was thought out to be able to be controlled, which was why Disney remained open at the time. Now, this changed when a maintenance employee contracted the virus. This employee was set out to be a backstage employee, which meant that he had no physical contact with any of the guests, although he did have physical contact with other employees. This employee was medically treated, as well as the other employees were set out to take tests to see if they had contracted the virus. Shutdown. After the incident, there was safety concerns, which Disney took into action to incorporate safety protocols. such as mobile and stationary antibacterial stations. Now, this was a great idea, and it did keep Disney in business for a couple of days, but eventually they had to shut down the park on March 16th. Now, Disney was generous and decided that they would pay hourly wage personnel all the way through April 15th.
So some of you may be asking, just how much money is Disney losing during the park closures? Well, based on statistics from 2018, it's estimated that Florida's Disney World alone is losing around $38 million a day. Divided up, that's 19.3 million from admissions of 160,000 guests, 10.6 million from hotel revenues with 92% occupancy, 7.9 million from food and merchandise with guests spending at least $50, and 500,000 from parking with $25 per car. At this rate, it's expected that Disney World alone will lose out on over $1 billion worth of revenue. And for frame of reference, the Walt Disney Company's parks and resorts as a whole generated over $40 billion in the last 2 years. So what are the parks doing in the meantime? Well, they're furloughing non-necessary workers starting April 19th, but still keeping them on company insurance. It's also extending its annual passes and halting payments on said passes until the parks reopen. At the end of March, Disney World bought 235 acres of land for $1.05 million. 3 days after closing, Disney World and Disneyland donated a combined 270 tons of food to local food banks. Most recently, Disney Parks donated 100,000 masks and 150,000 rain ponchos to healthcare workers working on the front lines.
How is Disney providing support to customers? They are currently operating fully online. They're extending the expiration date on tickets from now and up to 6 months. They're accepting any refunds and cancellations at no charge at all or at a minimum charge. They're currently accepting reservations from June 1st and later, online only. Some customers might qualify for special offers like discounts, free tickets, or any other special deals. Who is currently operating? Disney is starting to reopen some parks already in Asia, Hong Kong, and Tokyo. Shanghai Disneyland is currently operating. The hotel is currently operating. Their shopping district is currently operating. But the nature part is starting to reopen slowly. They're making sure everything is clean, sanitized. That way they can offer a good customer service. Other parks in China are also starting to reopen. But in Florida, California, and Paris, they're still closed. Disney has been significantly impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. They're losing income. They're usually making $38 million per day. That's a significant loss that they're getting. Most of their parks are currently closed. They're offering support to customers fully online, and they're trying to reopen those parts that are currently closed. Thank you.